Did you know that sperm races exist? Did you know there's a restaurant where you can eat elephant dung? Did you know that killer bees saved a person's life? All this and much more today on Colin the Curious. Did you know there are sperm races? Each participant submits a sample, which is analyzed in a laboratory. The sperm are placed on a microscopic track, and powerful cameras record their movement and speed. Software then transforms the results into a real-time 3D animation. There are even bets and commentators.
Floats through the finish line! USC wins!
Remember the flying motorcycles from Star Wars? Well, they're no longer science fiction. They're now a reality. It's called the Volanut Air Bike, and it's a kind of flying motorcycle that looks like it came straight from a galaxy far, far away. It works thanks to air turbines that expel gases at extremely high speeds, generating the thrust necessary to lift the motorcycle and the rider. There are no wheels, no road, just propulsion and aerial control. It's designed for low-altitude flights, and although it's still in the development and testing phase, it has already performed real-life demonstrations. And yes, it actually flies. Of course, for now, it's only for experimental or military use, and not for going shopping. But imagine in a few years, air traffic, without traffic jams, flying over the city on your hoverbike. The era of flying vehicles is no longer just a futuristic dream. It's taking off, literally. The range of movements Ray can perform with his facial muscles is truly astonishing. Watch his eyes, eyebrows, and cheeks dance to the beat of the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mambo number 5. Mambo number
5. When you need to meditate, try stone balancing. Master balancing artist Cole Robert Ellsworth creates intricate stone towers and arches from rocks he finds in the area. Known as stone balancing or rock balancing. This practice is a meditative art around the world. Ellsworth's structures symbolize devotion and intention, as he lets go of daily worries and fully focuses on achieving perfect balance, stone by stone. This couple built and decorated a birdhouse and put up a "For Rent" sign. Soon, some interested tenants arrived and moved in. Look how they decorated the place. It didn't take long for their family to grow. If you like the video, give me a nice like. Don't forget to leave your suggestions, questions, or opinions in the comments below. Subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss more videos like this. Remember that it doesn't cost you anything, it's free, and you help me a lot. Let's continue with the curiosities. I betcha's Mindert just broke the Guinness World Record for the most Jenga blocks stacked vertically on one piece. (3,132 blocks in total. One of the most common methods to tell if a pineapple is ripe is to pull off one of its leaves. If the leaf peels off easily, it's a sign that the pineapple is ripe and ready to eat. Controlling a computer with your mind? It's already a reality in China. The Cyber Matrix BMI system allows paralyzed people to use robotic arms or type sentences just by thinking. Thanks to flexible electrodes that don't penetrate the brain and wireless technology, a tetraplegic patient was able to pour himself water, and another patient expressed, "I want to drink water," using only his mind. It's safer than Neuralink and 100% wireless. Science, science fiction, or perhaps both. Can you imagine controlling your computer just by thinking about it? Stegotetrabelodon was a prehistoric elephant, or Gomphothere, that lived in what is now the United Arab Emirates during the late Miocene, between 6 and 7 million years ago. This animal was notable for having 4 tusks, 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower, a rare characteristic. Scientists have suggested that it could have been an ancestor of modern elephants, as well as a possible descendant of Tetralophodon. Its discovery has provided valuable information about the evolution of proboscideans, the group to which modern elephants belong. Recently, scientists have discovered that octopuses may experience dreams, similar to what happens in humans. During the study, the octopuses showed brain activity patterns similar to those seen in mammals during REM, rapid eye movement, suggesting they may be dreaming. Octopuses, known for their incredible intelligence and camouflage abilities, have an advanced nervous system. And this new research opens the door to a better understanding of how their brains work. Can you imagine what an octopus might be dreaming about while hiding among the rocks? Imagine making a call from the moon. This year, NASA plans to bring 4G technology to the natural satellite with the IM-2 mission. This lunar network will allow astronauts to communicate directly with Earth, without relying on traditional space connections. This advancement is key for future exploration and possible human settlements on the moon. With 4G coverage on the moon, communication will be easier and faster, opening up endless possibilities for science and space exploration. The era of lunar calls is upon us. What other technologies do you think we could see in space? Leave your comment, and let's talk about the future. Did you know there's a company that wants to launch rockets without using traditional fuels? Spin Launch is a company developing a special kinetic launch system which promises to be cheaper and more sustainable than traditional rockets. Their proposal sounds like science fiction, using a giant centrifuge to launch objects into space. Literally. It uses a rotating arm inside a vacuum chamber to launch satellites at speeds of more than 8,000 kilometers per hour. This innovative approach allows satellites to be placed in low Earth orbit, facilitating the rapid expansion of satellite internet in areas without infrastructure. The accelerator is located at Spaceport America in New Mexico and represents a radical change in access to space and global connectivity. The idea is to drastically reduce the costs and environmental impact of launches. They've already conducted successful tests with small prototypes, and the results are impressive. Can you imagine a future where rockets spin before they fly? After 17 years of research, Microsoft has done something incredible. It has discovered a new state of matter. Just as we know solid, liquid, and gas, there is now a topological state, using materials called topoconductors. And what's its purpose? Basically, it allows for the creation of faster, more stable, and smaller qubits for quantum computers capable of solving problems impossible today. They are already being used in its Majorana 1 processor. While it opens the door to dramatic advances, it also poses risks. A chip in your hand could break entire banking systems. Is that cool or scary? What would you do if you had that power in your hands? Did you know that NASCAR driver seats are molded to the driver's body like a custom-made suit? Here's how. First, they seat the driver in a plastic bag and fill it with special foam that expands and hardens, replicating every curve of their back, legs, and shoulders. Then, using that mold, they make the final carbon fiber seat, all so the driver doesn't move an inch while traveling at 300 kilometers per hour. This is a photo of an elevator panel in China. Notice something curious? The number 4 is nowhere to be seen. In Chinese culture, the number 4 is considered unlucky. This is because its pronunciation is very similar to a word meaning d. Floors that would normally have a 4 are replaced by the previous number followed by the letter A. Cheetos designed special pants to clean the orange powder left on your fingers after eating them. They have roomy pockets, perfect for storing a bag of Cheetos, and an absorbent, easy-to-wash texture so you can clean your fingers. Very strange. In late 2023, this Can't Get Nafe of It chocolate bar from the Dubai-based Fix brand went viral on TikTok, garnering over 120 million views. This bar combines milk chocolate, pistachio cream, and kataifi dough, inspired by the Lebanese dessert nafe. Its success skyrocketed demand for pistachios, causing a global shortage and increasing prices by up to 35% in the last year, particularly affecting the United States and Iran, major producers of the nut. The poor US harvest and the prioritization of in-shell pistachios for export worsened the situation. Although Fix only sells the chocolate in the UAE, other companies are also facing supply difficulties due to the shortage, which has driven up the price of a chocolate bar to $120. In November 2017, Lamborghini gifted Pope Francis a specially designed Lamborghini Huracan with gold details inspired by the Vatican colors. True to his humility, the Pope blessed it, signed the hood, and decided to auction it off for charity. In May 2018, the car was auctioned by Sotheby's, fetching almost $1,950,000. This symbolic act transformed a luxury item into an act of charity, demonstrating how ostentation can be redirected for the common good. A grand gesture from Pope Francis, don't you think? And you, what would you do if you were given a Lamborghini? Would you sell it or enjoy it? Tell me in the comments. This looks like a normal tree, but it isn't. It's called Hippomene manzanella, also known as the most dangerous tree on the planet. It grows in tropical areas like the Caribbean and Central America, and its entire structure, from the leaves to the bark, is laden with an extremely irritating sap. Just touching it can cause strong skin reactions, and if you're in its shade during rain, the water will wash away that sap and could give you a big scare. Its fruits, resembling small green apples, are as beautiful as they are deceptive. They're even nicknamed the apple of temptation. In many areas, this tree is marked with red signs or warnings, so no one should approach it without knowing what it is. A reminder that in nature, the most beautiful things are sometimes also the most unexpected. Would you dare to see it up close? Archaeologists have discovered a network of tunnels stretching across Europe, and some may even connect Scotland with Turkey. But that's not all. Researcher José Luis Camacho claims to have found underwater tunnels that connect Baja California, Mexico, with Asia. Although it may seem incredible, the Hopi indigenous people of Arizona speak of an underground civilization known as the Ant-Men, experts in tunnel building. Could it be that this network of tunnels was built by an ancient civilization, or perhaps a strange geological phenomenon? These tunnels are said to connect everything from the Andes through Mexico and Egypt, all of Europe, Russia, Africa, and even under the sea. What do you think? Is it a mystery of lost civilizations or just a natural process? Leave me your theory in the comments. Medical science has made a giant leap forward in the fight against HIV. A new preventative drug only needs to be administered twice a year, facilitating its distribution in vulnerable regions like Africa. This vaccine has proven effective in clinical trials and could drastically reduce new infections. By eliminating the need for daily treatments, it improves the quality of life for millions of people at risk. This advance represents more than technology. It represents dignity, protection, and a ray of hope for an HIV-free future. Jugger is a little-known, but completely unusual sport. Originating in Germany, it combines action, strategy, and a medieval touch. It's played in mixed teams of 5 people, each with defined roles and padded weapons. The objective is to carry a ball into the opponent's area while dodging attacks. Although its aesthetic is reminiscent of fantasy films, Jugger has clear rules and international tournaments. The combination of controlled combat and teamwork has made it a phenomenon among those seeking different sports. Would you dare try this otherworldly game? Elizabeth Sweetheart, known as the Green Lady of Brooklyn, has lived for over 2 decades surrounded by her favorite color, green. Her life is filled with this vibrant hue, from her lime green hair to her clothes and home. She has worked as a designer for major brands like Michael Kors and Calvin Klein, but her love for green began in 2000. She believes this color transmits happiness and positive energy. Her unique and cheerful style has made her well-loved in her neighborhood. No, it's not one of Egypt's plagues. It's the Tinto River in Spain. It's located in the province of Huelva, Andalusia. Its reddish color is due to the weathering of heavy metal sulfide minerals, such as pyrite, iron sulfide, and chalcopyrite, which oxidize to create this hue. The region has been exposed to historical mining activity, which has contributed to pollution and the presence of heavy metals in the water. Surprisingly, the river is home to extremophile microorganisms, adapted to its acidic and metal-rich conditions, making it a target for scientists interested in extreme ecosystems. Dima Yarovinsky's I Agree visualizes the endless terms of service of popular platforms like Facebook, Instagram, X, and Tinder, printed on rolls of paper. This artwork shockingly demonstrates the length of these legal documents we almost never read. By clicking I Agree, we are unknowingly agreeing to a myriad of terms, especially related to the collection of personal data. Yarovinsky explains how platforms take advantage of our inattention. Have you ever read the terms and conditions of your favorite apps? Did you know there's a tribe in Africa where the most handsome man is the one with the biggest belly? Yes, it's no joke. This community, the Budi tribe, is known as the Big Belly Men community. It's an indigenous group that lives primarily in Ethiopia. Every year they hold a competition to choose the man with the biggest belly, and the winner is crowned leader of the tribe. Because of this, they follow a high-fat diet. This is all because in their culture, fatness is often associated with status, wealth, and health. Curious, isn't it? Ulexite is a mineral that looks like something out of a magic trick. When you place it over an image or text, it projects what's underneath, like a natural mini TV screen. The reason? It's composed of perfectly aligned natural fibers that channel light from the base to the surface without distortion. It's so precise that you can read through it like a magic magnifying glass. Simply put, it's as if nature invented fiber optics long before humans. One more reminder that the planet is full of incredible secrets, if you know where to look. Internet Road Trip is an interactive game that uses Google Street View imagery. The interesting thing is that you're not traveling alone. Hundreds of people online participate simultaneously, voting to determine the direction the virtual car takes. On the left, you can access the map and see the route so far. And on the right, you can turn on the radio to make it even more realistic. This is the new Guinness record for the most cards thrown in a domino effect. A total of 51,725 cards were carefully placed, one by one. Every row, every curve, every fall was planned down to the last millimeter to achieve a perfect chain reaction. And to avoid any accidents, everything was done in a completely closed environment, without drafts or the slightest breeze. A work of precision, patience, and a great attention to detail. Can you imagine being about to finish and someone sneezes? Another record that reminds us of what can be achieved when we combine creativity, technique, and a mountain of cards. Did you think you'd seen it all in the world of gastronomy? Well, get ready for this. In Shanghai, a haute cuisine restaurant offers a 15-course menu inspired by tropical rainforests. Each dish is designed to represent a part of the ecosystem. Sounds exotic, right? But the most shocking part comes at the end. The dessert is served on a bed of elephant dung. Yes, you heard that right. Not a metaphor. Literally dung. Before you faint, don't worry. The waste has been sterilized and disinfected, so in theory, it meets national food safety standards. According to the chef, it's a way to reconnect diners with nature. Is it culinary art? Is it provocation? Or is it just someone taking the concept of wild gastronomy too far? The truth is, this restaurant is already famous, for reasons many people didn't expect. Would you dare to try it? I'll read you in the comments. Director Tim Burton initially requested 100 liters of artificial chocolate to create the river, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. However, this amount quickly increased, first to 10,000 liters, then to 25,000 liters, until finally reaching the impressive 1.25 million liters used on set. Scientists at the University of Toronto, Canada, have conducted quantum experiments that suggest negative time could be a tangible phenomenon. In their studies, they observed that light appears to exit a material before entering it. One of their theories to explain this phenomenon is that it could be related to parallel worlds or dimensions. To further illustrate this, imagine cars entering a tunnel. While most vehicles exit shortly after entering, some preliminary results show that some cars exit before entering. In short, they would be doing something before they even entered. Although negative time seems tangible, the researchers emphasize that there are still many theories that could explain this behavior. According to them, this highlights a veritable language in our understanding of the behavior of light at the quantum scale. A company in the United States has created the first bean-free coffee, grown entirely in a laboratory. Using plant cells and biotechnology, they've managed to replicate the flavor, caffeine, and aroma of traditional coffee. This alternative seeks to reduce deforestation caused by plantations and excessive water use. It's also more resilient to climate change. Although it's not yet widely available, brands like Starbucks are already interested in trying it. Would you give this futuristic coffee a try? Let me know what you think in the comments. Although it may look like a cuddly little ball of fur, the loris is one of the few venomous primates in the world. This nocturnal animal has glands in its armpits that produce a dangerous toxin. When threatened, it licks this secretion and mixes the venom with its saliva, transforming its bite into a lethal weapon. It can even cause severe allergic reactions in humans. This unusual defense has evolved to protect it from predators, despite its harmless appearance. Nature, once again, never ceases to amaze us. If you are not yet a member of the channel, subscribe! This is the perfect time to do so. Did you know there's a replica of Thor's hammer that no one can lift? I ask you the question, are you worthy of lifting Thor's hammer? The Make It Real team, led by Hack Smith, set out to create the world's heaviest hammer. They bought a replica from an armor factory and decided to fill it with molten lead. Ultimately, the hammer weighs over 110 pounds, which is about 50 kilograms in total. And no one could lift it properly with one hand, not even the bodybuilders invited for the demonstration. The restaurant in the story is Sobrino de Botín in Madrid, Spain. It's the oldest restaurant still operating in the world and has kept its oven lit for over 290 years. This place has been open since 1725. And ever since then, its oven has remained lit, keeping warm at night and roasting in the morning, giving the food a very special flavor. Furthermore, it is said that Francisco de Goya, before becoming a famous painter, worked there as a dishwasher. This is an egg with 3 yolks. Yes, 3. Something so rare that it only occurs in 1 in every 100,000 eggs. This happens when the hen's ovary releases more than 1 yolk at the same time, and they all end up inside the same shell. It's more common in young hens who are still adjusting their reproductive system, or in those with hormonal imbalances. Although it seems strange, eating such an egg poses no risk, unless you're more than a little surprised. So if you ever come across one, consider it a small miracle of nature. Heineken has launched an innovative prototype called the Flipper, a smart case that detects the word cheers. When it hears it, a mechanism automatically flips the phone, leaving the screen facing down.
Cheers. Working hard, but we never out of breath.
The idea is to encourage people to disconnect from their devices and enjoy the moment.
Cheers. Working hard, but we never out of breath.
In the island nation of the Maldives, in the Indian Ocean, the situation is so critical due to rising sea levels that it is estimated the country could disappear by 2100. As it currently sits only 1 meter above sea level. To avoid this tragic fate, the country is building a floating city that will cost $1 billion. This city would have an initial population of 20,000. Its shape resembles a coral brain, as it rests on a huge concrete hull anchored by piles. The city will feature restaurants, schools, homes, and shops, all designed to mimic natural coral formations, which helps break the waves and keep the city stable. And in case you're wondering, it doesn't harm marine life, as it's designed to function as an artificial marine reef that serves as a home for various species. This woman you see holds the record for the world's largest cheekbones. She's Anastasia Pokreshchuk, a Ukrainian model. Anastasia began radically transforming her face because she didn't like the shape of her nose. But instead of rhinoplasty, she underwent multiple cosmetic surgeries and gets Botox injections almost every day. She has said she loves her new look, even though many of her followers don't agree. Some even compare her to handsome Squidward. And yes, one can't help but wonder, if you didn't like your nose, wouldn't it have been easier to just get it done? Do you think she truly likes the way she looks, or is she just looking to attract attention and gain followers? I'll read you in the comments. Meet Flippy, a robot that cooks hamburgers using artificial intelligence. Flippy identifies the perfect doneness, flips the meat at just the right moment, and does it all without making a mess. Its efficiency is such that it can prepare more than 300 hamburgers per hour. Developed by Miso Robotics, it's already being tested in several fast food chains. This advancement promises to revolutionize the restaurant industry and reduce operating costs. Would you dare to eat a hamburger made by a robot? Wildlife photographer Harman Singh here captured a stunning portrait of a lion scarred by numerous battles. Each mark on its face tells a story of struggle, resilience, and dominance in the wild. This powerful image pays homage to both the strength and vulnerability of one of the world's most iconic predators, offering viewers a unique and in-depth look into the realities behind its majesty. It is a true display of wild beauty and survival in its rawest form. Deep in the Gulf of California, 200 meters below the surface, a fascinating creature has been discovered, the Halitrephes masi, known as the fireworks jellyfish. Its spectacular appearance, reminiscent of an explosion of vibrant colors, is revealed only when illuminated, as it is almost invisible in the dark. This effect is due to the radial channels within its bell, which glow in shades of yellow and purple when illuminated by light from submersible vehicles, such as submarines. Could you have imagined that a jellyfish like this existed on our planet? Thailand has unveiled its first police robot, the AI Police Cyborg 1.0, designed to bolster security during the Songkran Festival. This humanoid robot uses 360-degree cameras and real-time facial recognition to scan crowds and connect with the provincial command center, sending immediate alerts. It also integrates live feeds from security cameras and drones to identify high-risk individuals and potential suspects with weapons, excluding the water guns, typical of the festival. Would you like to see police robots on the streets of your city? Let me know in the comments. Prohodna is a stunning karst cave located near the village of Karlikovo in north-central Bulgaria. Its most famous feature is 2 enormous natural openings in the cave ceiling, known as the Eyes of God. These eyes were formed by water erosion over millions of years, and today they allow light to enter, creating a spectacular visual effect, especially on rainy days when the drops appear to weep from the eyes. Would you like to visit this cave? Let me know in the comments. A Japanese invention called GPS Dokodemo shoes integrates a tracker into the sole of the shoe. It's specifically designed for people with Alzheimer's or dementia. If the wearer strays from a safe area, the system sends an alert to the family member or caregiver. These shoes are helping prevent disappearances and provide peace of mind to family members. They also have a comfortable and durable design, designed for everyday use. A discreet yet powerful technology. China's Chang'e 5 mission brought lunar soil samples back to Earth. Upon analyzing them, scientists found microplastics. While they could be debris from previous spacecraft or contamination brought in by instruments, the discovery raises questions about how our activities affect even seemingly untouched environments. This discovery has raised concerns about space preservation. If there are already microplastics on the moon, what's next? Perhaps it's time to think about how we care for our planet beyond. What's happening in China never ceases to amaze us. In these parts, we're talking about 5G internet. And there are already rumors of 6G, but China has just created a 10G internet network. That's right, 10G. This broadband network is vastly superior to 5G, transmitting data from space at 100 gigabytes per second, roughly equivalent to downloading 20 movies in just 2 seconds. Thanks to its satellite constellation, China combines its 6G space network with a 10G terrestrial network that multiplies speed and connection capacity to levels never seen before. This is a clear strategy by China to take digital control in the future. This is Aizao Machi, and he's probably the closest thing to a real samurai that exists today. He's considered the fastest swordsman in the world. And that's not just a catchy title. He's broken several Guinness World Records, thanks to his speed, precision, and anime-inspired reflexes. One example, he managed to slice an airsoft bullet in mid-flight, using his katana, with perfect timing down to the millisecond. Machi has trained his entire life in the art of Iaido, a Japanese discipline based on the use of the sword with fluid, almost invisible movements. But his approach goes far beyond tradition. He's been studied by scientists trying to understand how his brain processes movement so quickly. It's as if he sees the future moments before it happens. Isao Machi doesn't just slice objects. He slices the limits of what we thought was possible with a katana. Can you imagine seeing your food in 3D before ordering? It's already a reality. An innovative restaurant is using augmented reality to transform its menu with just a tap. Customers can project dishes onto their table in stunning, hyper-realistic 3D models. Not sure what to choose? Now you can see every detail before deciding. This experience is not only fun, it also makes ordering super easy and fast. Have you ever ordered a dish and found that when it arrives at your table, it's nothing like what you expected? Tell me in the comments. Did you know that Wikipedia, the largest encyclopedia in history, is in trouble because of artificial intelligence. Since January 2025, its traffic has increased by 50%, not because of curious humans like you, but because of data-hungry bots. These artificial intelligences devour giant blocks of information to feed their answers, impacting infrastructure and jeopardizing the work of thousands of volunteers. Wikipedia is free, but it costs money to maintain. Furthermore, since artificial intelligences respond without redirecting to the original site, fewer and fewer people are donating. If we continue like this, we could lose one of our best sources of knowledge. Can you imagine a world without Wikipedia? This is what your eyes would see if you could hypothetically fly at the speed of light and circle the globe. We'll start in New York, right here. And this will be the route. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's it. It took you 0.13 seconds. Let's put it in slow motion. That was only 8 frames of the video. This is the most expensive parking spot in the world. You just press a button to drop off or pick up your car. It's located in New York and is underground. It's fully automated. Each spot costs $300,000. Stephen Odiambo Uma, a 28-year-old father of 2, hung from a helicopter during a wedding in Rapogi, Kenya. When he wasn't allowed to board, the pilot noticed his presence and made an emergency landing. Uma survived but was arrested for endangering his life and the lives of his passengers. He stated that his goal was to be the first from his village to fly in a helicopter. He described the experience as exhilarating, comparing it to his usual donkey rides, and said he would have easily completed the trip to Nairobi. Would you dare to ride in a helicopter like that? The economic crisis in the United Kingdom has skyrocketed the cost of living, even affecting pets. With a 25% increase in pet food and care, many Britons are forced to make difficult decisions like abandoning their pets. Shelters are overwhelmed, and the number of abandonments has risen 32% this year, with more than 5,700 cases in the first few months alone. It's a painful dilemma in a country that considers itself an animal-loving country. The situation highlights how the economy directly affects our pets. What do you think about this situation? Let me know in the comments. Do you struggle with parallel parking? Forget the stress. Hyundai introduced its incredible e-corner technology, which turns your car into a true master of movement. What can it do? Rotate in place, get out of tight spaces with zero turn, move diagonally at 45 degrees, or pivot around a specific point. How? Each wheel has its own motor, brake, steering, and suspension, all electric and operating independently. Each wheel can point wherever it wants, so the car moves like you never imagined. Would you dare to try it? Few people know this, but the human heart is actually a spirally coiled band of muscle. When unfolded, it looks like a single strip held together by muscle fibers. This is Victory Brinker, the youngest opera singer in the world. She's just 10 years old. Yes, they're already producing oxygen on the moon. Engineers at Sierra Space have created a technology that extracts oxygen from regolith. the lunar dust filled with metals and minerals. They heat this material, add reagents, and thus release oxygen. This would not only allow astronauts to breathe, but would also be used to manufacture fuel and structures with lunar resources, cheaper than transporting everything from Earth, right? Although there are still challenges, such as working in low gravity, science is moving at full speed. The Flying Sun, created by Free-Fly Systems, is a drone-powered aerial lighting system that revolutionizes traditional solutions, designed for rapid deployment and single-person operation. It emits 300,000 lumens, covering up to 14,000 square feet, and can double that coverage at higher altitudes. It operates silently and is powered by a generator, or plug. Its cooling system extends the life of its 288 LEDs. Compact and versatile, it is ideal for emergencies, film, and construction. It costs $60,000, with production limited to 10 units per month, and deliveries beginning in June 2025. Chinese robotics company Unitree Robotics is preparing to live stream a boxing match between two of its humanoid robots titled Unitree Iron Fist King: Awakening. The event is scheduled to take place in about a month. A teaser video has already been released showing one of the robots training with a human and another robot. While Unitree has yet to officially confirm which models will be in the ring, the leading candidate is the compact G1 robot, which stands 1.3 meters tall. Its boxing skills are still under development, so some improvements are expected before the big showdown. Will this be a mechanical challenge or more of a dramatic short circuit? Leave your answer in the comments. Heinz always surprises with weird campaigns, and this time was no exception. Have you ever had trouble opening those little ketchup packets? Well, they came up with a very creative and slightly absurd solution. They introduced decorative tooth caps specifically designed to open condiment packets. Yes, dental caps. And they're not just any old thing. They're made of gold, silver, and even platinum, like personalized jewelry for sauce lovers. The idea is that you can bite into the packet and open it with style. Although, of course, this isn't something you'd find in the supermarket. The campaign was launched as part of a special edition in collaboration with a dental clinic, and crazy as it sounds, it had quite a following online. Is it useful? Is it pure marketing? Or is it just Heinz being Heinz? Either way, they achieved what they wanted, to get everyone talking about ketchup and teeth. Voxen's volumetric display projects realistic 3D holograms that float in the air and can be viewed from any angle. You can even play video games. Imagine if your perfume didn't just smell good, but was an extension of your personality. A Spanish company called Gia created an artificial intelligence capable of designing unique fragrances based on your personality. It analyzes your tastes, emotions, and lifestyle to blend scents that truly represent who you are. Are you more fresh and adventurous, or elegant and mysterious? Artificial intelligence creates a unique formula for you, combining ingredients you would never have thought of otherwise. You'll literally smell like yourself. This technology is revolutionizing the perfume industry, and who knows, maybe you'll soon be able to order your personalized scent from your phone. Can you imagine? King Kong has just scaled the Empire State Building once again. But this time, he's not real or a Hollywood animation. He's made entirely of drones. Yes, a stunning visual spectacle that took everyone in New York by surprise. Behind this technological feat is Helios, a custom drone system that took the concept of aerial performance to the next level. To achieve this, they used ultralight materials like carbon composites, specially designed to withstand urban wind at high altitudes. They also incorporated special shielding to prevent signal interference and an adaptive positioning system that allows each drone to know exactly where it should be in real time. The King Kong figure was created with millimeter precision, floating in the sky, illuminated as if it were alive. This was all part of an elaborate April Fool's Day prank, but it also served to show the world what this new generation of intelligent drones is capable of. Technology, art, and spectacle came together to amaze the world, and they succeeded. You can now write with your mind. Meta and a group of scientists created Brain to QWERTY, a technology that converts your thoughts into text with 80% accuracy. How do they do it? They use magnetoencephalography and electroencephalography sensors. Yes, without radiation and without surgery, capturing brainwaves as you think of a memorized phrase. The system detects how words are formed in your brain until they reach the letters. Although it still needs refinement, the potential is enormous. People with paralysis or brain injuries could communicate without moving a muscle. Science fiction is no longer fiction, it's real science. Write your first mental sentence in the comments. The case of Ellie Lobel perplexed scientists. After 3 years of suffering from Lyme disease, she was stung by a swarm of African honeybees, and her symptoms disappeared. Although she was allergic, she had no reaction this time, and her health improved. It is suspected that the bee venom triggered an immune response that altered the bacteria's behavior. Although there is no definitive proof, this event sparked medical interest in alternative therapies. Could the venom be converted into medicine? In this video, Metaball Studios has estimated how much excrement humanity produces. 8 billion people produce around 150 grams of excrement per day. That adds up to 1.2 billion kilograms of excrement every day. That's in a month. And that's in a year. Yes, a lot of poop. Can you imagine owning a bag made from dinosaur skin? It sounds like science fiction, but it's real. The VML brand has launched a luxury line of bags created from a leather-like material. The difference? It's lab-grown using reconstructed collagen from T-Rex fossils. Yes, you heard right. T-Rex fossils. They use advanced bioengineering techniques to create a fabric that mimics skin without the need for animals or plastics. The result? A luxurious, sustainable product with a prehistoric touch. The project seeks to offer a sustainable alternative without using animals or plastics. A way to combine fashion, science, and ecological awareness with Jurassic style. Would you wear it or keep it as a museum piece? Leave your opinion below in the comments. Today's trip is over. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.